Hi everybody, it's Chitanya Amoy Graham here, aka Self Love. You know what it is. I'm coming at you again with another video. This one's just a little insight. I said I was gonna go into a situation. I said I was gonna talk about my song a bit more, give you a bit more depth and insight on a few relationships that I've been in and the circumstance that I got myself in and how God managed to turn my life around and change that circumstance for my good. So yeah, let's get into it. So I was in a relationship for about, I would say, 3 to 4 years. Let me start from the top. So like I met him on my way from school. I was getting onto a bus. He asked for my number, asked for my contacts. He said that he had seen me on Instagram and he had messaged me, but I hadn't replied. So he just saw me and thought that he would come over and introduce himself. So I said, all right, then cool. I was with a friend. Wasn't really interested because I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, nah, this is not for me. He had spots from here to here. I was like, nah, this is just not for me. I looked at my friend and I said, look at this nigga trying to talk to me. She was like, oh, Chitanya, she just kept laughing. She was just like, just be nice, like you never know, it might be someone. Because I was very like hard-shelled, especially because like when I was in school I was around so many boys. Like all my friends were mostly boys. I had like a few girlfriends that I used to speak to, but I would say most of my friends were male. And I just really like got into this situation where when he got on the bus and I was at the back of the bus with my friend, he approached me, he kept talking, flirting, whatever else, and he asked me to message him. Anyways, me being me back then, I just did not even respond, did not even message. Then he contacted me and he was like, yo, like, I told you to reach out, why haven't you reached out? Started communicating. Long story short, he went to Zimbabwe. He came back and my friend had seen him and he was like, oh, I really want to like be with your friend, like I really want her in my life, blah blah blah. So obviously gave my friend some whole speech, and then my friend came back to me and she's like, you know Tan, like he really likes you, like I think you should really give this a go, blah blah blah. I said, you know what, I feel disrespected because he's brought me into a situation and he has another woman, and I just feel like it's not for me and I'm not meant to be in a situation like that. And she said, no, that's over, like he's no longer with her, blah blah blah. So anyways, me trusting my friend's judgment as I always do, because she was like she's a friend, you get me, that's someone that was my code D, that was like my right hand. So at the end of the day, I trusted her judgment and I said, okay, I'm gonna have a conversation with him. I had a conversation with him. He explained to me that, oh, the girl's just mad, she shouldn't have no sense, like she's been with my brethren, she's been I'm getting there, I'm reaching that point, don't worry. So he painted her out to be some villain. Anyways, not saying certain things weren't true, but like he painted her out to be more than she was. And I later on realized this, like later on in my relationship, because then I found out like so many things that had been said about me also. But yeah, he then invited me to his mum's house. That by then I was living in a hostel, and like the hostel, it was like for like domestic abuse, but God placed me there anyway because my mum wasn't well and she was unable to, you know, have me in the house and things like that because she just wasn't well and she wasn't there herself. So there was no one to like kind of for me to pay the rent, things like that. I was just way too young for all of that. This was literally before any situations with him happened. So I've now got into the hostel. I've met like a few ladies there, which is so weird because like one of the ladies ended up being his sister, but I'll get there. So anyways, I've moved into the hostel. He's messaged me, he's like, oh, can you come to my house, blah blah blah. I'm someone that usually I don't tell my business unless like it's a situation where I feel like, yeah, like this needs to be said now, because people are looking, like, getting involved in my business or saying things that aren't true. So I have to say something now, but it's not something that I just go out there and share with the world usually. I'm just trying to do it now because I feel like it's very good for your development. It's very good for your recovery when you're dealing with mental health and different problems in your life and things like that. So expressing yourself really does help. So anyways, we're going back to the story now. Yeah, so I lived in the hostel, met a few girls there, met another Cody who was Zim as well. Like, I was like, yeah, I've got a Zim guy and a Zim bestie now. Like, I was thinking, yeah, this is so cute. Like, I'm mixing with different cultures. Like, I'm not saying that I had a bad view when it came to African families and African people, but I was grown up in a family where, you know, it's not really common for us to date an African or different cultured family. It's just not common. It's not that it's not a good thing. It's just that I feel like it's not a common thing, and it's not something that we do really. Jamaicans they really do stick to their own. I'm not gonna lie to you, and that's for most cultures. I feel like most people do end up sticking to or marrying inside their culture, and I feel like it's wrong. But sometimes God knows why He doesn't put certain people together, like certain cultures and whatever else, because you have different beliefs and you have different principles, and I feel like that's one of the things that added to my relationship, that different principles. We had completely different principles, and I felt like I had to change myself to be in that situation. So anyways, he's invited me to see the mom now, brought me to the house, like introduced me to all the sisters and brothers. I'm freaking, yeah. So this is new for me, you get me? Because I'm just a school girl. All I used to do was chill with my brethren, you know what I mean? Like, go out, go visit different churches with my friends. Like, I was just living my life, enjoying my life, and just enjoying being young. So I wasn't ready to be tied down, locked down to nobody. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, I came in and I was like, oh my gosh, like, hi everyone. They were introduced. They said, oh my gosh, you got such a good body, blah 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 blah. Anyways, so then obviously we've come to the living room. The sisters have come, like the stepsisters, so they've come in, and I'm looking at one of them. I'm thinking, I swear she lives at my hospital. But anyways, I didn't think about it too tough. I just said, all right then, cool. I've met the sister, and clearly that there's some kind of connection here, and I didn't know that because she lives with me where I live. But anyways, we've chilled, and I've gone back. My friend's like, Chitanya, I do not like him. I was like, why though? Like, I'm starting to like feel this, da 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 da. Anyways, it just became a toxic cycle. Like, from there, I dropped out of college. Like, I wasn't going to school. I was flipping a full-time maid, basically. I was basically a babysitter, which I didn't mind because I loved those children. Do you get what I'm saying? I still do. Like, those are my little babies. Like, that I helped support to raise them. I feel like it may not have been like, okay, I'm their mother, but I was there for a period of time where I was helping to, you know, add into their life, making sure that they are doing the right things and things like that. And then he just disappeared one day. Told me he got locked up. He didn't get locked up. Like, there was just bare mad stuff. Like, he was doing just crazy things to me that I just felt like I'd had enough. He then went to Telford and told everyone he was in prison. Me and everybody's family, everyone all crying, thinking, oh my gosh, he's locked up. He wasn't in prison. Ended up finding him in Telford. So I've gone to Telford now with his stepdad. And he's brought me to Telford and he said, oh, Jitanya, I don't think you're gonna find him. Like, he said that he's in prison, so why would you? I was like, nah, this nigga's not in prison. There's no way he's gonna be in prison and be like able to contact his brethren like that. Like, he's contacting too much, do you know what I mean? So obviously I've gone to Telford, don't know, put 2 and 2 together, said link me. He said that he's in Telford. I said, huh? I thought he was in prison. So anyways, he's lied about that now. I've gone to Telford and it was Valentine's Day, and I don't know why he was sleeping. I don't know why I forced myself up. I got through the man's phone. I see message from gal, naked picture from gal, and I'm thinking, huh? So I just remember clarting him, and he's woke up and he's like, Jitanya, like what's the problem? Like, why are you going on like that? I said, who's this? He said, no, like it's just a thing, da 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 da. So anyways, me being me, I just took the number, took the Snapchat actually, and Snapchatted her and gave her a piece of my mind. She said, oh well, he told me you're his maid, you're not even with him, blah blah blah, you're just looking after the kids. I said, what? So me cooking, cleaning, washing, doing all of these things, he's taken you to Telford and he's left me at home cooking, cleaning and washing and helping his mum. Like, how disrespectful can you get? Like, I understand. Like, I put myself in a situation where I said to him, and it wasn't like I didn't say to him, like, oh, okay, I know men cheat. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But if you're gonna do that, don't do it in my face. Don't disrespect me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Don't violate me to a point where I feel like I'm having to cuss you out. Like, why am I seeing naked pictures on your phone? Why are you even getting naked pictures while you're with me? Why is this situation you've made her feel like she's now like center of your attention? Like, she feels comfortable to call me, she feels comfortable to try and get her and her brethren to be calling me, and she's chatting SBD on the phone. Like, come on, man. Like, I didn't respect nothing that was done there. So anyways, he started to treat me badly anyway. He just started to disrespect me, started to try hit me, started to try fight me, started to just try to tell, like, just controlling. I don't like being controlled, especially when I'm in a situation where I feel like we should both be respectful of each other, and I don't think that mutual respect was there. So he was just overprotective and really like controlling sometimes, and it really hurt because I loved this guy. But anyways, it got to a point where like we moved to Telford, was living there for a sec, like do what we need to do, you know, get into the bag. But he then got into it. We then got into a situation, and he needed to leave Telford. So anyways, he's left. Obviously he was told to leave or whatever else, and he left. He was like pleading with me to come, but before this, like, remember, we had been in Telford for about a year, I would say, and there was no like intimacy, there was no love, there was nothing. Like, I wasn't getting nothing from him. Like, it was just blank. Like, it was always cursing me, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, and it was like for 3-4 months straight. Like, that's all I was getting. So it got to a point where I was just like, this is over, like there's no more going back. Like, now he had someone that was like in his circle. Like, I would say it wasn't a friend at the time, as much as people will try and say that it's friends or family or whatever. They were not friends at the time. Let me make this clear. They were not friends at the time, because certain things that were being said, it didn't add up. If that's your brethren, and certain things wouldn't have been said. But I just feel like I ended up dating the brethren anyways. Ended up getting into a relationship. Like, the brethren called him and explained, like, look, I'm looking to be with your this girl, like, I've seen that you two are no longer together, like, and obviously that became a whole thing, and I looked a certain type of way. But if everybody understands, like, what the situation was, I'm gonna slap some screenshots down here at the bottom below. Please read. This was probably about maybe 4 years before this actually happened, and I got with the guy who was in the circle. So yeah, I'm gonna slap the screenshots there so you can see, like, that, you know, he had initially said, like, I had made it clear, like, wagwan, before this even happened, and he had screenshots, sent him messages saying, nah, that ain't the case, you know what gyal are like, they're just trying to beef with man, they're just trying to make man beef, blah blah blah, when that wasn't the sketch. I wasn't trying to make no one beef with nobody, and I'm still not now, because this is a situation that happened like years ago, and I've gotten a beautiful child out of this whole thing, and that is how God turned things around for my good, because children are a blessing. So I was blessed with a child that came out of all of this drama and stress. So I do thank God for that, and I can't, like, say that I was in the right or I was in the wrong, but, like, from the screenshots you can see that it wasn't just something that happened overnight. Like, there was a 2-year graft. Like, even if it's brethrens and you're, oh, that's my bestie, like, you know, you were grafting because you knew what you wanted in the end of it. But yeah, I'm happy that, like, that whole situation's sorted. They're close now, and I just feel like everything really did work out, because they don't seem to have no problems or no qualms. I mean, I don't chat to the other one, but the guy that I was in a relationship with first, but I do respect and I do acknowledge, like, my faults and what went wrong and what went right, and I just feel like there was a part to play on both ends. So anyway, summarizing, that was just like how my that relationship went. I just felt like everybody wanted a piece, and everybody wanted a piece at one time, and it just didn't make sense to me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's like domino effect. But at the end of the day, I've gotten through it, gotten out of it, got called names, got called you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. But at the end of the day, y'all knew what you were doing. You knew who I was with before you. So at the end of the day, that's what it is. Like, you chose. There's a choice that you make, and there's a step that you take. And I feel like you knew what you were doing, and now we're here, and God has blessed us with a child. So that's what it is. So I just want to thank God for everything that He has done. And just to say that my song is just literally just an overview of, like, how I felt during the relationship, and how the things I found out after the relationship and things like that. So it's just me expressing myself. Everything is a journey, and I just feel like that this is a part of my journey. Whether them want to call me whore, whether them want to call me whatever, they can do as they please, because at the end of the day, God knows my heart, and God sees how the situation went. Do you know what I mean? So I just want to give God thanks for that. But yeah, it's been a pleasure talking to y'all. I do want to say something. I do have something very exciting coming very soon. I have songs coming out very soon. I just want to take my time and work on them. I'm not saying that I'm going to take up ages, but songs are something that are meant to mean something to you. They're meant to, you know, build you. They're meant to make you express. It's meant to be like a story. I want to be telling a story in every single song that I do put out there. So yeah, I just hope that this all goes well, and all the songs come together nicely and you can all hear them properly, because you've just been hearing like little clip-its on Instagram and things. So yeah, I also have a something very, very exciting coming up, where you can hear like more insights on relationships, counseling, you know, mental health, loads of different aspects. We're just going to be having conversations, sitting down, just like as friends, talking, and literally just relaying you know, maybe some things of the Bible, some things in relationships, courtships, like how to develop yourself as a woman and how to remain steadfast on God, and also how to express different coping mechanisms for mental health, and how to express yourself even as men. So I want also men to be able to relate to what we'll be speaking about as well. So I will have a few men joining me for these conversations, but stay tuned and you shall see more. But for now, I'm gone. Everybody have a good day. God bless.